there's the motor. The CRX has been sitting here for a few years now. In fact, the last time we had a major storm heading this way is when we put it up on these wheels. If you've watched our videos, you might have seen this. Also, you might have seen this whole car in the background of some of our videos. More about this later in the video. This was one of the wheels and tires that was on his car. As you see, it's just dry rotted and blown out. Look at that. So we checked, we did get this car a little over 5 years ago, and this is what has been sitting on it. These are Honda HX wheels. These are one of our favorite wheels back in the day, a 14-inch. Definitely a cool little wheel, very, very light, and they kind of have that Type R look. We're gonna put these Del Sol wheels on in the meantime, just so we got something to roll it around, and then we can send those wheels out, get powder coated, and get new tires. Are you ready?
Yep.
5 years. Do you remember when you used to come over here and say, this is my car, and you used to sit in it?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
14.
14, so he was 9. This is probably one of the nicest seats available for the CRX. Also, we're going to address the door panels, and this door panel is actually pretty good. Are you excited?
Yep.
You're going to wrench on it, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's actually cool. You can see how the tire's made. You see the metal in here?
That's crazy.
This is the HF motor. So this runs periodically, okay, it kind of misfires and it mixes water and oil back. Sebastian and I did an oil change on this just because we wanted to give the motor a bit of a chance. All right, broke loose. Good deal. So now we can pull the green bottle under there, and then we can pull that bolt all the way out. It's clean now, but it mixes a bit of water and oil. But this is the original HF motor. Look how tiny this is. Look at that intake. It's super small. We'll see if we can at least drive it to the shop. The battery has power. It's got no battery tied. It's gonna need one of those. What we'll do is take it to the shop. I think we'll pressure wash this. All right, you wanna go get in there and see if it'll fire up?
Yeah.
So if you remember, I hadn't done much driving lessons with you recently. Your seatbelt on, let's close the door. Put the seatbelt on.
Let's go.
Neutral waggle, 37 times. Clutch in. Is the key in there?
Nope.
It's not? Where's the key gone? We did a video on this jump box. This thing is fantastic. Black to black, red to red. Turn it on. All right, crank it a little bit longer. About to get a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
All right, try and keep it running. A little bit of gas. A little bit of gas. All right, give it a second. Hear it misfiring. Hear it missing. It's like pop, 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 pop. You hear it? It's not happy. Oh, try and start it again. Go ahead, try and keep it running. I was just about to turn the jump box off. There we go. Try and keep it running. Turn the jump box off. Try and get a little bit of heat in it. You can drive it to the shop. Look at all the junk that came out the tailpipe. Look at it. Just rev it. You guys want to hear what a misfire sounds like? It's that. I was hoping to dyno this thing and do it before, but I'm afraid that it wouldn't finish the dyno. Exhaust me down here. See if we can get it idling enough. It's kind of a pain to drive. It's hard to keep it moving. All right, let me know if I run over George there. Somebody tell me. Last time I drove this, we took it home for Sebastian's birthday because for his birthday, he wanted it sitting in the driveway. So there it is. He comes home from school. He's gonna see it. I figure we'll just take it up the street real quick. We gotta fix that fender on that side. It's actually running a little bit better.
That's good.
You hear it?
Yeah. It's not really this hard that much.
No, it's smoothed out. This will be the last drive with the HF motor. Actually, not bad now.
It isn't.
It's actually pretty smooth. It doesn't creak. So there is a little over a quarter of a tank of gas in it. Everything works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Whatever it is that randomly acts up, it's not doing it now. It's smooth now. You hear it?
Yeah.
It's smooth. It might just be a sticking valve or sticky injector. We never really diagnosed it. We just got this car and it's sat. Let's just drive this car real quick. I teased you saying I'll talk about it later, which I will. Sebastian, you get in?
Yeah.
All right, so this is L Si. It's a 1.5 motor from the Honda Fit. It's one that we did, I think, like 5 years ago. And I had a chance to buy it back, and I couldn't say no, because it was one of my favorite cars. And just the chance to get it back and drive it makes me realize why it's one of my favorite cars. Inside, right from the very first one I did, the K-Site, I fell in love with this car. Some people think it's a little bit quirky, but it still is just a great looking car. And the fact that it's a normal motor, it makes about 110 to the wheels. Good job, dude. So what we're gonna do is move that L Si and put it back in the same spot as the CRX. So for years and years, the way I used to take the engines out was with a cherry picker from the top. You would put the engine on a pretty good angle and pull it out this way, which is still doable, but we're changing coilovers. So this time, make it easier, we're gonna drop the front cross member because I want to sand it and paint it. It looks a little dismal there. That means removing these arms right here, then the engine will come out the bottom. Connects right there. Isn't terrible, but we're going to be taking the suspension off and this fork here, so it makes that much easier to get to, taking those 217s off. So that's what we're going to do. Go up in the air. You guys with the EGs and the EKs and the DC2s, you have no idea how easy you have it. These are just tight. Everything you do on these cars are tight. 3 things have to come off to get one off. D15 B6. This is the HF motor. This was the really tall geared, very, very economical motor. I had one of these one time. I went to Nopi and I think I got about 63 mpg over the whole trip. It runs, obviously, so it kind of misfires a little bit. It mixes coolant and oil a little bit. If this is something you're interested in, I'll sell you it cheap. I just hate to just throw it away. It's got value. I don't have time to rebuild it, but somebody needs this and somebody has value in it. So reach out to me. I'll sell you it fairly cheap. I'm not going to give you it because if I want to piece it out, you know, I could make a little bit of money on this, a little bit of money on this. Forget that you've seen that. Yeah, this one looks a little sketchy. Look how beautiful this is. D16 A6. This came in the CRX Si. So this is a really fresh motor. I've gone through this one top to bottom, right down to freshly powder coated valve cover. Cap from the white CRX. Might keep that too, because that has some history to it, some nostalgia. I'm a big nostalgia guy now. HF used to have a hollow axle, so there's a long and a short axle. The long one on the HF was hollow, and it's in good shape apart from the boot is ripped. I think I'm going to go take that and get it repaired. The other one is good. These are the coilovers going back in. These were donated to us from Alexander. Thank you, buddy. These are going in. The ones that were in it were like a no-name brand. We're just going to put them in loose for right now because we're going to wash the engine bay one more time just to try and get the rest of it. It's not too bad, but it'll come cleaner, and then we'll clean all this area up at the same time. The ones that came out of it, let me show you. These are ones that came off it. Wow, this is a blast from the past. Aerospeed, you remember these guys? This is these Conies. Yeah, look at that. Good old Coney yellows with Aerospeed springs. They're actually not a bad setup. I might split these up. I might sell these too. Again, we're trying to help recoup some money for some of the things we're buying. Second pressure wash. Definitely looks better. It's actually day 2. I'm keeping this video rolling, so I don't want to set it up into segments. This one's in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and wash these. I'm going to take these over to a blast from the past shop I used to use 20 plus years ago when I was doing CRX swaps. Dependable drive shaft. The funny thing is, now his son runs the place. It's like a full circle for all of us. I'm now working on my son's car. He has a son running his business. So let's take this. It's so funny. 25 years ago, I was bringing my axles here. I used to find axles out of the junkyard and make them fit and rebuild them, doing CRX stuff, depending on the transmission, depending on the axle. And I used to often bring axles and say, you know, I need it an inch shorter because it was either an S1 transmission or a J1, and there was a difference, and we found out it was in the intermediate shaft. But just, it's like full circle, really is. It's so cool. Shift linkage is really tight. When I say tight, that is supposed to be a hinge right there, and as you see, it really doesn't hinge. We do it one-handed. See, if I hold that, it holds. Look at that. It's supposed to swing. Look how much cleaner that one looks than that one. I think we're gonna have to replace this. What do you think? Stainless steel DC Sports 2-piece header for a CRX. When was the last time you saw one of those? Any of you OG guys probably haven't seen this in 20 years like me.
Yeah, I've only ever bought the coated one. I've never even had a stainless one in my hands till this one.
No, first header I ever bought was a DC Sports for my 91 CRX. And it was a ceramic coated, which looked great when it came out of the box.
Oh, yeah, a couple days later though.
A couple days later, it looks like hell. Well, we're talking old school. This is when I used to take a lot of pictures using just a still camera way before digital. That banner, this Type R was new. This banner right here is still up in the shop. Got it made by Pat the Stripe guy in 1998. So I was doing a lot of B16 swaps. This was my first car I started modifying in the US, Tahitian Green Pearl. I ordered the header and Iceman intake from Bobby Evans at Nopi. That's when I opened up my dealer account. So I'm gonna keep this, like I mentioned earlier. That was Steve's oil cap. The Mugen cap, it's cool, but it doesn't really have a nostalgia, so this can go on here. So that will go there. This exhaust came on this, and as you see, it's being kind of remade in the front. It's like a muffler shop deal. Little tiny cherry bomb resonator right there. You see the diameter differences. So this back section is a newer Grady stainless. So this one's longer because the cat was incorporated into the manifold on the HF. This one had a cat right here. But this, as you see, it's much bigger piping. I think it's 65 millimeters. So I think we should be able to use this and the stainless piece that was on it. Does it remotely come up? It does a little bit.
We put it on the buffer wheel, it'll probably do better. It's all overspray.
Nothing like the shiny Grady sticking out the back of your CRX. It was just all what it was about. We just got to repair this. Everything else is good. The piping on there, like we mentioned, is the right size. So the car's really asking for a B motor.
There we go.
That's pretty good. Nice. That springs out.
Whatever that did. I mean,
this can be my chair now.
yeah.
So if you're looking at this, I bought like 4 of these back in the day because I liked them so much. Esther has one. I got Esther to do all our stitching in blue.
Well, you kind of did it.
Well, I kind of showed her how to get started. I liked this blue so much. I had the ZR1 at the time, so I figured blue stitching would really make a trick. Good old intake. This was a real popular intake on the CRX. It used to fit around the battery. It's actually a pretty cool design because it would draw in some cooler air here. Put on one of our LHT battery braces on there. It's got the stainless header. We're waiting for the radiator. Should be here tomorrow. Shifter feels much better. Just need the shift knob. Jeff actually donated this shift knob to Sebastian when he first started driving. It's a brand new factory Honda CRX knob. I just took the clutch pedal out and noticed it has actual Mugen pedal covers. Even has the part number on the back. So it felt a little bit creaky. There is a bushing there. The bushing was missing on the other side, so I just made one out of brass. Back coilovers on. These are preset. They were off Alexander's car, so I'm not sure how he had it set. He might have had it pretty low, so we'll see once it all goes back together. Waiting for this axle to come back. The other axle is in. George is just doing the fluids. ECU PM6. This is the ECU for the engine. Do you want to go ahead and put that in?
Yeah.
Let me show you how to do it and where it is.
Yep.
Let me get you the wrench. Actually, it's going to be a 10mm socket. Everything is on the passenger side where the ECU is. Pretty straightforward. There it is. The ECU is plugged in. HF PM8. If you buy this motor, we'll give you the correct ECU with it. All right, we are good. Picked up the axle. New axle. New radiator. Just need the kit to undo it now. There he is.
Okay.
Don't cut yourself. Look, went ahead and cleaned those, refinished them. Is that like the toughest plastic in existence?
Yes.
All right, you want to go grab the radiator? I'll help you line that up. Line it up. Move these plugs out of the way. Oh yeah, now we're good.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I bet you can line these just by.
Yeah, once you get it kind of close, it'll feel like it pops in there. Nice. Sit in the rubbers. You good?
Hey.
And let's get the fans on because the fans are a little bit of a chore. So you're getting really dirty. It's just exactly what you're supposed to do. Look at your knees.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. That's what you're supposed to look like working on cars. These are on the car already, but we have these. Which ones do you prefer? I'll let it be up to you. We have these and we have these because we're going to be putting these bolts back in and whatnot.
These.
You like those better?
Yeah, these just look weird.
They're kind of big.
And they're like squares.
Can you get that? You got a fingernail?
Yeah.
I got too much stress in my life. I can't. I bite my fingernails off. So we have these in the store. We call them our dress-up hardware. When was the last time you saw a Milano Red Civic Si all stock? That is cool. We just drained the gas. It was kind of smelly. I'm going to go get some fresh gas. This was missing because it was the HF, so it used to have a mount here and one here, so I just found a pair. In fact, George found them, just sent them to me. I just ordered them, so we'll have a pair here later. But for right now, it's all together. It's ready to start. You want to do the honors?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first off, let's just switch the key on, let it cycle. We're going to let the fuel pump prime. I just put 4 gallons of fresh 91 in there. We don't need 93 on this. This would actually run on 87, I'm pretty sure. That just cycles it. All right, check engine light went off. Gonna cycle it again.
Turn off.
And then back to the on position. All right, just wait for a second.
We're leaking fuel up here.
We are leaking fuel?
Yep. Don't know where yet.
Right here.
Can you see something?
It just looks wet.
Yeah, it did come out of that area.
Oh yeah, hand's wet there. That's why you cycle the key, you don't start it. You cycle it to check for leaks. If you get a leak, gives you a chance to fix it. All right, cycle it again. Just do it to the on position. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Clutch down.
Ready?
Yeah, clutch all the way down, turn the key. Hold on. We have a check engine light. So we just switched it off from that. We know that one works as it ran 2 days ago. So we'll try that. Still don't start. Yeah, still don't start. Your signal's on for some reason. It is? Okay, so it can't be distributed. It must be something in this wiring. It's been 20 years since I've done one of these. It could be the engine harness.
HF to SI.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least 20 years.
Yeah.
What is it now? 2024?
It's 24, so it's
25 years.
25, 26 years at least.
Yeah, it's got to be different. I mean, that was something I was always a big believer of whenever I did motors in these cars. I used to keep the harness that came in the car, even if I had a GSR.
Yeah.
I used to just keep all the wiring and just add pins as we need it. It could be the pin setup in this.
Yeah, because at least you know everything was correct on the majority of the engine when it came in.
Yeah, well, no, this works.
If you have to head knock or VTEC or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have a new engine harness on it. Everything's swapped over. Go ahead, buddy. Let's start it again.
All right.
Third time is a charm. Ready? 37 neutral waggle. Should make that into a t-shirt. Whoa!
I did it!
There it is. It started right up, didn't it?
That's all it wanted.
Just a new harness.
Yeah.
So someone put in the comments right here, dude, this is different on the HF. Obviously the pinout is different. I don't know what it is, but it's noticeably different. Has it got any check engine lights?
No, everything's good.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds a whole lot better now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Just give it a minute to warm up and we'll rev it and see what it sounds like. We need to check the timing. We probably need to put the rest of the bolts in on the distributor. But listen to that. We got all the fans cranking because it's hot in here. Just give it a rev. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Do it again. It sounds like a CRX, doesn't it?
It does.
That is cool.
Woo.
Oh, one excited kid in there. That sounds good. Now see. That don't sound good.
A little bit noisy.
Turn it off. No, it's not. That's not the fan. Yeah.
Well, I just assumed that's how the compressor clutch made noise, so.
Yeah.
I want to put my fingers in it, but I don't at the same time.
No. You remember that video where I put my finger in that fan?
Yeah.
Let's investigate. Shut it off for a minute. Gonna kick the AC on?
And make sure it's in neutral.
Yep. AC turned on, the fan is running. And so the fan was just rubbing on its frame a little bit. I can't believe this thing has cold air.
Is it working?
Or the AC is working.
The AC is kind of working. It's
Is
getting
it?
a tiny bit cold.
Put it on number 2 or 3 so we get a bit more airflow moving. Let's give it a minute and see if it'll cool down.
It's kind of getting cold.
Is it?
I can't believe this.
I am shocked. It is. It's getting cold.
Yeah.
It is. CRXs never have cold air conditioning.
It's crazy.
We spent a fortune on the white car making that air
Really?
cold. Yeah, we put every single part brand new in that car. Where is it? It's over here. Look at that. It's the original
Oh, there's no adapters on it?
Yeah, there's none. It's the R12 in it.
Yeah.
He's messing with the stereo. So it's got stereo in here, which he absolutely loves. It's got a sub and an amp and a head unit. And he is definitely into tech and stereo, so he is fiddling with that. Probably hooking his phone up to it. You're not going to put ice cream in front of that vent, but it's not bad. It's coming down, right?
Yeah.
That's low beam. Hold the stick back, do like one click, and you'll see a blue light come on the dash. You should be. Yeah, we've got high beam.
Got the hazards.
Is it flashing?
Yep, everything's flashing.
So you let everyone know who's winning.
Yeah. Everything works. Let's chip it back. Hit the brake. Look at that, everything works. Wow.
It's like a real car.
Everything is great.
Dead on.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow. Did I put the distributor or you?
I did.
Oh, all right. Well, I can't take credit for anything, can I? That's the height of it, and that's what it looks like on the Del Sol wheels, which actually suit it. I actually kind of like those wheels over the HX. So I do have new tires over there that just actually got dropped off today. 185 6014s, which I'm debating leaving these wheels on. Maybe we'll change the tires, we'll clean up those wheels, refinish them. What do you think, guys? Those or the HX? So I was hoping to drive it, but look at it. It's been raining like this for like 10 minutes straight. Look at that. That retention pond is already full. That's what the rain is like in Florida. When it comes down, it just buckets, and it does this for a long period. So the clutch is heavy. It's a Sax. I think it's Sax. I keep saying that. I don't know what it is. I got it from the parts store. There wasn't a OEM available, so this is stiff and springy. It feels terrible. That's the worst part of the whole car.
All right, first drive.
It's the first time wipers have been used.
Yeah.
So it's not the most ideal time to
Drive it,
but it's definitely louder than it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is an aftermarket clutch. It's a Sax clutch, which is usually a pretty decent clutch. Wow, look at the water.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
It's a good job we're not running a cold air intake on this thing.
Yeah.
The only negative about this car is the clutch. It's a little stiff. It's like a Sax Stage 2, if I remember. It's a little bit heavy for him. It's kind of hard to modulate. Other than that, this thing is great. Look at how good these are with a little single jingle in there. You know what might build it? Open the windows.
Oh yeah, we might.
Crank up window style.
How would crank windows?
So we won't go very far. I ain't got a tag on it.
Yeah.
Open the windows. This is like 1997 for me all over again. It's running.
Hey, it's running good. Sounds real nice.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's awesome.
If you see the Rozzers,
The Rossers. I will. Scared of having the Rossers out here.
It's not bad.
No?
It's a little loud.
It's a little loud, but hey, it's pretty good.
How's it good for you? It's not too loud for you, or does it sound good?
It sounds awesome. I love it.
You're also 14.
Oh yeah, I'm 14.
Loud when you're 14 is different to loud when you're 50. It's a different type of loud.
It is.
I've been listening to loud cars a long time. Now I like quiet cars.
Like
Quiet,
quiet.
fast cars.
Quiet and fast.
So spin as the tires ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
That spins them tires.
These tires are also as old as you.
Oh wow,
These
really?
tires are 14 years old. That's on this
14 years old?
car. The car is 30 years old. The tires are 14 years old.
Meanwhile, this car's spinning these tires.
That's it. This engine is a 1990.
Nice.
It's not quite. It's 34 car?
34, yep.
We're just driving around in it. Just put an engine in it in 2 days, and now we're driving it. We do still have to change that door panel. I do have a nice replacement. I think we're gonna do brakes. We still need to refinish these wheels. Let me know if you want these wheels or HX wheels. We're gonna redo the brakes, refinish the wheels, put the new tires on. I think we're gonna replace that clutch because it stinks. It sucks. It's very, very stiff. It's a cable clutch, so a little bit less mechanical advantage over the transmission, not like the new hydraulic system. So that is going to be coming up. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe so you see when we talk about this car. All right. Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
You had a good time?
Yeah, we've had a couple problems, but we fixed all of them.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, don't forget, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. And like I always say,
Enjoy your cars.